switch around.
Gillum Jones is out. Can it get over the top of Anderson?
Get over
Tracks all the way back in.
It
It
is.
does. And he's locked in. What a goal!
Inundated. So popular. Preliminary final time in the AMNA Championships for 2019, coming to you live from Casey Stadium in Melbourne, Victoria. Proudly brought to you by Game Clothing, our major sponsors, gameclothing.com.au. My name's Dave Mills, and we're bringing you a match today in the reserves mixed division between Victoria 1 and the ACT team. Joining me in commentary today is a really special guest, someone we've been trying to get in the box for the last couple of years and haven't been able to. 26-year veteran of national titles, at least 30 or 40 test matches for Australia. Umpire Joel Owen, welcome to the coverage, my friend. What are you thinking about this match?
Should be a good one.
Should be a good one.
Final series, always exciting.
It's being an umpire yourself, do you get a chance to look at the players and assess who's good, who's bad?
Make a point to watch as much of the play as a spectator as possible. Just to get a bit of an idea of how the players are playing. It's good to get a closer look at their footwork as well, when you're not under the pressure of having to be part of the game. Always a good thing.
Excellent work. Well, these two teams met on the 23rd, which is a few days ago, and it was Vic 1 58 over the ACT side 32. So you'd have to say the favourites going into this match is the Victoria 1 side. Now the way the mixed reserves division works is the winner of this match plays the winner of the next match that we've got coming up, and that will be straight into the grand final for tomorrow. So Victoria finished top of the table, so they've had a bye this morning. ACT had to go through a qualifying final, in which they achieved that by beating WA 55-52. So the umpires for this match, I'll let you do that, mate, because you probably know them better than I do.
Yeah, we've got Lisa Harm from Queensland, and also from Queensland, Zach Van Hoff. Kate Thackeray, reserve umpire, bench umpire for this one.
Excellent. Is it good being the benchy, like you get to watch the game?
We're in a good spot here, aren't we?
We are, but being the benchy umpire, you don't really do much, do you?
Very little.
So,
mind you, just like the players, though, the umpires are starting to feel it at this end of the tournament, so not unusual to get a call up as a bench umpire at this stage.
So how many games would you do in a tournament, you reckon?
Well, personally, I've done 2 open division games each day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
I could imagine it is. So we're underway here. We'll give you the lineups. For the ACT, we've got Maddie Robinson at shooter. Not the Maddie Robinson, but our Maddie Robinson. The goal attack is Michael Fox. Carly Simons is the wing attack. The centre is Tamara Weatherburn. The wing defence, Renee Pickering. Alyssa Parker is the GD, and Carl Fife is the keeper. For Victoria, they start with Shane G at the GS spot. Jamie Hurtan at GA. Kate Patterson at the wing attack. Hannah Kula is the centre. Colin Croft, the wing defence. Sam Dugan, the goal defence. And Jess Marr is the goalkeeper. So an early turnover gives ACT the chance to lead. They take it. Great pass there from one of our co-commentators, Tamara Weatherburn, into Maddie Robinson. 1-0 to ACT. You got a prediction for me, my friend?
Look, it's a bit hard to go past the Victorians, although, as we were saying, finals netball, anything can happen. But Victoria for me.
Victoria for you. love an underdog. I'm going to go with the ACT. It's a political year. We're going to an election soon, so let's go the Canberrians. And it's 1-1, early stages, first quarter. So, are you from Victoria, my friend?
Yes, from Melbourne.
Explains everything. So, so, of course, he's going for the Vics. This mixed 2 division, a lot of players use this as a stepping stone to get into the open division. So, and Victoria always seem to put out very strong sides in this grade. ACT vying for their final spot. And goal there to James Harton.
It's good to see Canberra in the competition and coming along, building upon their foundations year on year over the last couple of years since they've been back in at Millsy.
Absolutely. Have they got an umpire from there?
Yeah, there's 2.
Oh, excellent.
This year, which is really, really good, and representing it at in the open divisions as well. So representing the ACT to the fullest extent in the umpiring ranks also.
So ACT with the ball. Oh, clash of bodies there. So wing attack from Victoria. Kate Patterson hits the deck. So, bit stop-start early on.
Yeah, not surprising. They're just sort of, feeling each other out. Also, the umpires will tend to set their standard early in the match too before they'll allow a bit more free-throwing to start. So that, first couple of minutes, everybody's testing each other out.
Beautifully run down there by Jess Marr. So it keeps it alive for the Vics. Chance to go 3-1 up early. Big ball in. And James Hurton not taking the shot. Gives it off to Shay G. And why wouldn't you with a shot like that? So a few little danger signs here for the ACT side. Unable to convert their centre passes. If you're a coach, what would you be saying, my friend?
I think I think the defenders need to take a bit more of a forward position, particularly in front of the male players. It's always tough when you've got female immediately matched against the male, but it's even tougher when you're playing from behind.
Wise words from a non-coach. Brilliant assessment of the game. Simons with the ball. You may notice all the ACT players got numbers on the back. That's the state number. They'll have that for the rest of their lives.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They've gone backwards and worked out who was in all the teams and numbered them accordingly.
Oh, beautiful tradition.
Yeah, a lot of sports are doing that now. So, of course, started by the cricketers. So another turnover there, Victoria. Can they transition it? Run down by Carl Fife. Still with the ball, finds Parker. The old 1-2. Working hard through this Victorian zone. Loose pass there.
It's a lot of pressure,
Unfortunate, it was looking good there, being patient, and then just at the last moment threw it away. So we've played nearly 5, 3-1 to the Vics. Colin Croft offloads to Dugan. Great drive by G. Do you get time to appreciate quality netball when you're reffing?
Believe it or not, absolutely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because we always try and put on a show for the umps. So James Hurton there scores. Holcroft, Weatherburn with the centre.
No, it happens reasonably often too. You find yourself caught up in the skill of these games as an umpire. Have to remind yourself that you're playing a very important role.
In some ways, the most important role. So steps in, takes a shot, and
nice
gets
one.
it. So a settler to ACT, 4-2. Fast-paced play by the Victorians, isn't it?
Very.
So, knowing exactly what they want to do. Set moves. Another great shot there by G. Shay G on fire early, 5-2. Contrasting circles at the moment.
Very much so. You can see down the Canberra end, it's very still somewhat, whereas as opposed to the Victorian end, you can see the shooters moving the whole time, always ready to take the ball.
Ooh, lucky one there. So I thought he dropped that gold. So Michael Fox gets the goal.
Yeah.
Nice play there by the Vics.
Very slick.
Yeah, looking pretty sharp in the offensive end. Needs some defensive pressure from the back three from ACT, Pickering, Parker and Fife. So getting caught behind their players and being more reactionary than proactionary. Great held ball there. That was great effort there by Jess Marr from Victoria. She rode the shooter Robinson like a pony. Oh, so close there.
Oh, just enough to distract him.
I won't ask you if that was a good call or bad call. So, but yes, he distracted him enough to get the replay call. So, Crofty over the top.
Big opportunity for the ACT here if they can convert.
So, bit bunched in there. So, and Fox will take it again. And Michael J makes no mistake. It's now 6-4, so the margin's 2 after being as much as 4 early. ACT starting to settle into their game plan. So Fife again caught behind, probably needs to get front position. So, and the mismatch isn't quite working at the moment with the male and the female. Might have to go to male shortly. So 7-4. Ooh, another turnover. You impressed by the transition of the Victorians?
It's very fast coming through that centre third.
And as an umpire, you go to a lot of the Victorian trainings, or do you sort of just come in late? Or
Try to.
Yeah.
You know, it's as it is for the players. You know, balancing. You know, off-court commitments as well as on-court commitments.
Mhm.
In a what do we call it these days? A semi-professional.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Environment, but it is challenging. Do as much as we can.
That's cool. So contact there by Pickering. Danger signs really for ACT. They need to stem this fast-flowing attack from the Victorians.
Yes.
So, well, that's one way of doing it. Probably not the most legal. So
Just again getting caught in that behind position.
yeah, got time.
She's a very solid quality player, a goal shooter. I think it's Shay.
Shay G. And doesn't miss a lot, so wouldn't look out of place in the opens to top side. So Weatherburn with the ball, not many options for her, has to go backwards. So great drive there by Robinson. Oh. Dugan, sorry, has been fairly quiet, but he looked impressive there. Again, gee, look at the ball distribution. Fife with a push.
Yeah, 3 passes were in the goal circle.
Yeah. Nice try. Both out. Makes it very easy for G. She doesn't miss when they're all in play. She definitely won't miss when they're both out.
No.
So 10-4. So in the old days, you'd call a timeout, wouldn't you? Great intercept there.
In the old days, you would have had a 2-minute break.
Exactly. Parker came through well there. It's just not flowing up this end for the ACT side. Drew the foul nicely with the balk. Took it in a long way. And Maddie Robinson gets the 5th for ACT Griffins.
Another opportunity for them, with him taking the next centre pass also.
Yeah, Weatherburn with it. So advantage called. It's loose. ACT still with it on the side.
Yeah, the body-on-body defence that the Victorians are setting up is proving to be very effective.
They certainly are. It's very hard for the ACT team. In 10 minutes, they've only got 5 goals. Greater ball speed, do you think will help?
Definitely. Just some earlier drives to space as well. I noticed your comment before, players being a little bit bunched up.
And Fox gets another. His 3rd, ACT 6th. And if they can just slow it down a bit, but the pace of the ball is killing them. Long one in, G comes from behind. A little bit unlucky there, I thought, the keeper. Fife there. He had front position. I thought G came through. Pass off, Hurton takes a shot and gets it. So what's your movements today? You got a big final tonight, a prelim?
Yes, umpired earlier today. Was at 11:30 the Open Division semi-final.
Do you have the knockout or the qualifying?
That was the qualifier. So
Cool.
sorry, that was New South Queensland 1 and 2 positions, and then
The Mighty Maroons got
perhaps oversharing. Not quite sure who might be listening, but yes,
okay.
on the prelim.
Am I allowed to tell anyone?
A little.
Or no?
Well, I don't know.
You can, because I've got a piece of paper here with your name on it.
Beautiful. Permission granted.
So, yeah, so you're doing the prelim final for the men's as well, yeah?
Correct.
Oh, that'll be a cracker.
It will be.
Victoria and New South Wales. New South Wales previously undefeated in their last 25 games, going back to 2017. And the Mighty Maroons, yes, I am from Queensland, knocked them off today by 10, 62-52. So, some would say one of the greatest performances ever. So margin 5, ACT starting to dig big deep. They've slowed down the offensive end a little, so it's hanging tough there.
They're still in it. They just need, just 1 or 2 breaks, and there's nothing in this.
So Vic's forced to go back. Probably need a little bit more out of Pickering just to tighten up on the wing attack. G again, turned the body the wrong way, but still managed to get the foul. Steps back. She'll step in, no. Long bomb. Rings out. But Hurton gets the board and the shot. 12-7, 2 to go in the first quarter. And unfortunate
unlucky
turnover. And Croft with the ball, goes back, long outlet pass. That's the one I'm talking about. She's free as a bird there. So Pickering really needs to put a bit more pressure on Kate Patterson, who's really running the offensive end as how she pleases. So just like Patterson's doing on her. So just need to see Pickering do the same. Nice clearing pass to Simons. MJ Fox looking good. Ooh, loose pass there from Weatherburn, gets away with it.
I'd love to see just more than one player driving forward to receive the ball, more than one option being presented.
It's very tunnel visioned, isn't it?
Yeah, at the moment there's only one option being presented each time players in possession.
Brilliant shot by Robinson. So keeps the margin to 4. They're hanging tough, the ACT Griffins. So Vic forced to go back again. Patterson having it all their own way.
Yeah, just a little bit of lack of discipline there with the goalkeeper not being aware of that foot pivoting around. Always dangerous when we're under the minute. The clock stopping at a minute.
You a fan of that as an umpire? Are you a fan of that?
I am not.
Yeah, neither am I. So tell me, why do you guys call time in the last minute but you don't in the 15th minute? Like, it's just crazy. So from a coach, that used to annoy me. Time wasting's time wasting, whether it be the 13th minute, the first minute, just anyway.
Speaking of which,
time wasting now, you reckon? Nice play. Steps in, must take the shot, and does.
Fantastic.
A long bomb.
Beautiful action too.
13-9. The Vicks now not wanting to take it, got the fumbles. So that's the goal. It counts. 13-9. End of the first quarter. Victoria came out fast. ACT looked like they were in a bit of diabolicals at 8-4, but have fought hard to maintain a 4-goal margin. What will happen in the second will all be revealed after these messages from our sponsors.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with ease. Check out timeumpire.com.au.
Welcome back to preliminary final day here at the 2019 AMNA Championships, coming to you live from the Casey Stadium in Victoria, Melbourne, Victoria that is, where it's a balmy 12 degrees. It's been wet most of the day and blowing a gale. So if you're thinking of coming down, throw on the winter woolies and come on in. It's quite a big stadium. We've got plenty of seating. So I would suggest you get your backside courtside and enjoy some of the quality netball that's happening. Proudly brought to us by Game Clothing. This game here, we've got a mixed reserves game between Vic 1 and the ACT. Vic 1 currently dominating 13-9. My name is Dave Mills. I'm joined in commentary by umpire extraordinaire Joel Owen. What are your thoughts on the first quarter, my friend?
Yeah, I think Canberra's got a bit of work ahead of them to claw back, albeit a 4-goal difference. Need to see a little bit more work, particularly in the goal circle. I feel just to create some leads early, give the feeders some confidence to get the ball in there. A couple of conversions, a couple of breaks, and this will be a red-hot game, I think.
Yeah, so it's only a 4-goal margin. As you say, it's just 2 turnovers and we're all square again. Looking for a greater effort defensively, mainly from Renee Pickering on Kate Patterson, just to slow down that offensive speed a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And all defenders, in fact. And I think the early setup, a couple of zone defense, I haven't seen much of that in this game so far. Just to really put the Victorians under a bit of pressure, just to change that up a bit. One-on-one defense, zone, bit of box work, just to keep them thinking, keep them challenged the whole time.
I've got to ask you, Joel, are you a fan of the Viking clap?
It gets my attention. It absolutely gets my attention. And I think anything that gets the crowd going is absolutely brilliant.
I put it in the same category as the Vuvuzela, so I'm not a fan. Keep it on the footy grounds, that's what I say. Every time I say that, I get messages calling me old. So, and Victoria get us underway and start immediately with a goal. So
it brings back memories of championships gone by when the crowds used to really get into it and support their states. Perhaps a little bit more than we do today, unfortunately. Days before live streaming, when you really did have to get yourself to the courts to support friends and family.
You can say backside courtside, my friend. So it's all good. Yeah, we've certainly gone a little bit more professional, so teams tend to go back and recuperate and recover in between games as opposed to staying at the centre for the entire day. So great turnover there to the ACT Griffins. Simons with the ball.
Really getting plugged up here through the centre court as well. The Canberra team are really struggling to drive it through here, which they really need to sort out very, very quickly early in the second quarter.
Yeah, probably looking for a drive there from Weatherburn. They've missed her again. She's making some leads for her. Shooter comes out. Now we need to get her back in. So Weatherburn with the ball. Fox caught behind. This is great defence by Victoria. That's our 13th pass in this play. Big long pass, well done by Weatherburn. Finds Robertson, who drills a beautiful shot.
Irrespective, they were able to work it in. She's an accurate shooter. They're definitely safe hands that you'd want to get to.
And we've got a 3-point game now. Just as you said, there was going to be a couple of turnovers and it'll tighten up. The ACT, this is a very important one for them, this one.
This is where it's important, I think, for the shooters in particular to be moving and presenting options to the feeders. It's just not quite enough for me at this stage.
Doing a lot of standing behind each other, screening, but probably not in the appropriate times. So it's in the hands of Robinson. Nice high arc and gets the shooter's roll.
It's a beautiful style shot. Enjoyable to watch.
2-point game. So I think you got a lot of fans in the umpires room all listening to your words of wisdom.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Not too often the umpires get many fans.
Now, we love yous all. Another turnover here to the ACT side.
Yeah, must convert.
So remember the score was 13-9 at the quarter. And if they can get this centre next, we could be all tied at 14s. Advantage call. Yeah. Great chase by Weatherburn. Oh. ACT hang on to it somehow. Oh.
That's the sort of confidence we need.
Fox.
Let the ball go. Let it go nice and nice and high.
Wasn't the best hold, but somehow they got it to him. He makes no mistake on the shot. And we've got a break.
Unfortunate.
Devastating at 14-13. Margin could have been 0, and instead it's probably going to be 3. G comes out. You talk about seize the moment. That was the moment there.
Absolutely. And converts the goal.
Yeah, with the Vic centre. They could get that buffer of 3 back shortly. Crucial error. G works it in. And she too has a lovely technique.
Lovely supporting role by the goal attack there as well, jumping in front, protect the shooter, enable the fuller shot without the full interference of a defender defending.
Seems we've got an umpire in the box. That's not an obstruction on the defender.
All in the timing, my friend. All in the timing.
You know I'm going to be probing all afternoon here. So 16-14 to the Victorian side. So, and we've got a step in the circle.
Unusual.
Don't see that a lot. Umpire Zach Van Hoff makes the call. I'd like to say controversial, but it was right, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
So ACT get a chance now. Score here, their centre next. Can tie it up at 16s. Long ball across. Nice drive. Great work there. Maddie Robinson attracted all the attention. Made an easy feed into Michael J. Fox. And this is the important one.
Opportunity to level it up.
So Weatherburn connects with Fox. It's this next phase where they struggle. And there it is, Patterson with a hand in there. Playing quite a good game, Patterson, and she's certainly nippy across that court.
And the safe hands of Shay G.
So the second time ACT have had a chance to tie it up, they can't convert. Is that just a mental thing when you can't get over the hump?
It's a real challenge, isn't it? It's just that extra step further, that extension, just to get yourself into the front, give yourself some breathing space.
So missed shot gets cleaned up. Hurton.
Back to 3-goal difference, 18-15.
Indeed. You're only going to get so many opportunities in a final like this. ACT have blown 2 of them.
This is better. Players moving.
So,
unfortunate.
Yeah. He's pretty deep in that hold and he's holding behind. The pass has to be pinpoint accurate.
Absolutely spot on.
So if he could hold front, it'd be easy to find him. Great work there.
Fantastic. That's what we love to see. Eyes only on the ball.
Renee Pickering, we asked her to increase in defensive intensity and she has. So we haven't been calling Patterson as much, so she's doing a good job on her now, Pickering. Great work there by Fox. Misses a shot, can't get the boards. Oh, stray pass there, but Coular's there to pick it up.
Oh,
again,
fantastic.
Pickering having some second quarter. Weatherburn drives hard.
Really nice transition through the court. Interesting as well. It was the girls that brought the ball all the way through there. 4 passes, female, 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 female. Goal scores.
Keep the men out of it is a tip from Joel.
Ah.
So, did you ever get nicknamed Billy?
Now you really are showing your age.
Well, I'm going to take that one step further. Did see him in Madison Square Garden this December just gone.
Oh.
So, and
would have been great.
I was the second oldest bloke in the room, I think, besides Billy. So awesome play here. ACT working hard. So, hands to it, couldn't keep it in.
Out of court.
So
we're just not seeing the setup here.
nah, it's quite random, isn't it? Oh, he was front that time, which was a smart move by Fox. That's where you prefer to see him?
Absolutely. It makes things so much clearer from the umpiring perspective. Holding that forward or front position really does demonstrate clearly if anything's going on. The umpire can assess and make those decisions quite quickly and easily, I would suggest.
Maddie Robinson lightening up. Pickering again. Brilliant play.
Man.
That's her 3rd in the last 5 minutes.
Really lifted in this second quarter.
Yeah, she was going a bit missing in the first, having in the probably player of the court at the moment. So she's picked off 3. So just when you thought the ACT was slipping away, Pickering gets them back.
Really lovely connection too with her and Weatherburn in the centre position. They're moving that ball down the court very well. And I think, we've seen, the Victorians have sort of come off the boil a little bit just in the last minute or so.
Yeah, Robinson with the shot. Third chance here for ACT to tie it up. It could be in for a thriller if they do. Patience shown here. Robinson comes out, looks in for Fox.
Good pass. Well-weighted pass into space.
It got there. It was close.
Only needs to be close.
True. Yeah. And we're all tied up at 19 apiece, and there's been a timeout called by Victoria.
It's always very interesting, I think, when the injury times are called in these periods. As soon as there's a levelling of the score or a shift in play, I think, it could easily be perceived as a demonstration of being a little bit rattled.
Exactly. The old days we used to call those injury timeouts, and now they're taken away from us.
Well, from a coaching perspective, Millsy, you would have been guilty a number of times of looking for the opportunity to pull the team together to give them a bit of a rip.
About 35 times a game, so didn't mind the mystery timeout. So, turnover there, ACT. They could lead for the first time in the match.
And all of a sudden we're hearing the vocal from the Victorian bench for the first time in this game, I'd suggest as well. So clearly some pressure's been heaped on by the ACT, and good on them.
This is a big shot. Robinson makes no mistake. We haven't been handed the changes yet, but I'm pretty sure Hanakula went off. We had Hurton and G swap positions at the same time. I'm not sure who the new player is.
Lovely intercept.
Looks like Patterson has gone to centre. Kate Patterson at centre. And obviously that's a reflection of how well that Renee Pickering's going. And we've just got to pick up the new wing attack. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be if you get a chance to read the name on the back of that dress. McCarthy, is it?
Looks like McCarthy.
So McCarthy's gone into the wing attack spot. And we've just been handed the chance at pages. That's Kate McCarthy. Replaces Kate Patterson in that spot.
As G just dribbles the ball into the hoop for the last goal for Victoria.
So we're all tied up at 20s. ACT had a chance to go one ahead, couldn't take it. Seemed to prefer to play catch-up. Not the best way to play netball. And now Hurton makes no mistake there. Vic's by 1. If ACT can run out the quarter here and finish close to, tied, or it's slightly in front, it'll be a massive boost for them.
Absolutely.
Oh, great take there, Pickering.
Now we're starting to see multiple options presenting from the ACT. A massive step improvement from the first quarter.
Michael J. Fox there, comes out. Weatherburn at the top, need to use the triangle. Go all the way back. Start again, smart play. Oh, that was risky. Pickering showed her class. And there's the ball. That's the one they're looking for. Great feed by Simons.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Robinson can't get the shot. Been brilliant thus far, though, Robinson. Croft grabs it. And great work there. Carl Fife got his big mitt in the way. So, just need to finish the quarter, don't they, the Griffins? Oh, geez, missed that totally.
Almost got Falcon on it.
It was a bit of a rapid pass from such a short distance. And now we have a throw in the other way. As Parker comes crashing into the hoardings. McCarthy with it. Great drive by G. Showing a quality there, G. So don't forget, buddy, you've got to pick the man of the match, player of the match, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, then you've got to go and have an interview with him, ask him all the hard questions. So, didn't we tell you that?
Don't recall that one, but that's all right.
Got to read your contract, mate, page 12. No one reads the 12th page.
Next to the remuneration details, is it?
Yeah, with all those zeros, have no number in front. So, turnover here to ACT. 22-20.
Yeah, when the Vics choose to put that pressure on, that defensive pressure, it really is quite infallible and quite impressive to watch.
So, G. She's got a lovely shot, keeps her hand up, very confident on that one. And just like that, the margin's back to 3 for the Vics. ACT worked so hard to tie it up at 20s. Couldn't get the go-ahead goal. So, patience being shown. Weatherburn. Croft with a contact and offside. He's going with contact first. Simons, triangle. Brilliant use of the triangle, but Dugan a bit too good. Read it well. Fortunately there, Fox moved before the ball was released and gave Dugan the opportunity. Just needs to hold that space a bit harder. So, G barking at the shooter for the hold. He's moving. And finally she gets it to him. And then he puts it down and lets her take the shot. And she definitely gets it in. Bit of a high five, gives him some more advice. So, certainly telling him where she wants him in this circle. So 24-20 Patterson. Do you think they moved Patterson off Pickering because Pickering was doing such a good job?
You would have thought. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what changes come about at half-time in this game, just based on what's occurred in the last couple of minutes since those changes.
So, G there with a shove on Pickering. Weatherburn has it. All of a sudden the circle's looking confused again. Both out, both in. Weatherburn, no one to throw to. Eventually goes to Fox, who gave him a shove.
No, it was quite lucky that we had probably the perfect position to see that little shove there.
Little. So, All Black cracked his ribs. So
it's all part of it, isn't it? Getting the angles right.
Yep.
Those things happen, perhaps not in the eye of the umpire.
That's what we try. 25-21 inside the last minute. So 18 seconds to go. It's ACT with the ball, unaware there's 14-13. Need to look in quickly. Simons lets it go, and we get a contact call.
Through the contact.
Well done. So that's it. That's the halftime hooter. She needs to drain this, and unfortunately she doesn't. Goes down as a turnover. Vic Centre next. So after the ACT team was down by 4 at quarter time, they fought and fought and fought, tied it up at 20 all, but then a 13 to 12 quarter gives them an extra lead by 1. So the margin is 5, 26-22 to the mighty Victorians. We'll see what happens in the second half after we hear from our sponsors.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with ease. Check out timeumpire.com.au.